Hey, Harper. Is this a good time? Good evening, Harper. Yeah, I'm free now. What's up? So this is kind of sudden, but do you have any plans for dinner on February 14th? February 14th? That's a Wednesday, right? I don't have anything specific planned, but I'd probably just be home around that time. What about your husband? He has work as usual, but unless he has to stay late, he should be back by then. Why? Well, it's Valentine's Day. Okay. I was thinking, how about we throw a Valentine's party? Party? Yeah, you know how lately everyone's schedules have been all over the place? We haven't been able to meet for coffee, lunch, or anything. So I figured since Valentine's Day is already a fun event, why not turn it into an excuse to get everyone together? Oh, I see what you mean. Right, and since it's Valentine's Day, I thought it would be fun to make it a family event. Husbands, kids, everyone together. We can exchange chocolates, have some good food, just enjoy the evening. And before you ask, I am totally fine with hosting at my place. That sounds really nice, actually. Yes, and here's the fun part. I was thinking, instead of just giving chocolates to our own husbands and kids, we could do a little chocolate exchange for everyone. Wait, so you're saying we'd be giving chocolates to each other's husbands, too? That's the idea, like a friendly chocolate exchange, just for fun. I don't mind if it's clearly just for fun, but do you think any of the other moms would be uncomfortable with it? Oh, I checked. Everyone's cool with it. Since we'll be handing them out in front of everyone, it's obvious that they're just obligatory chocolates. No hidden meanings, nothing weird, just a fun little thing. Well, when you put it that way, it does sound harmless. I guess it could be interesting, but are you really okay with all of us invading your house? Of course. My husband already gave me the green light. Also, okay, I'll admit, there's another reason I want to do this. Oh? I recently bought a fondue set, both a chocolate fondue pot and a cheese fondue pot, and I really want an excuse to use them properly. Oh, so that's what this is really about. I mean, not only that, but yeah, it's definitely part of my motivation. I figured what better time to go all out with a chocolate fondue fountain than Valentine's Day. You really planned this well, huh? Of course, and think about it, chocolate fondue and cheese fondue. That's like two completely different kinds of indulgence in one night. Yeah, I won't argue with that. That does sound pretty amazing. Right? The only thing is, I'll probably ask everyone to bring a dish or something just to make sure we have a good variety of food. But aside from that, it'll be super chill. That's totally fair. Who else did you invite? Just our usual lunch group, so Riley and Kelsey's families too. Oh, that's perfect. That way it won't feel too overwhelming. Exactly. I wanted to keep it small so it still feels personal and comfortable, And since we all already know each other, there won't be any awkwardness. Yeah, that makes sense. It's nice when you don't have to do the whole getting to know each other small talk. Exactly. So what do you think? Hang on, my husband just got home. Let me check with him. Sure, I'll wait. Okay, I asked him. He says he'll be off work at his usual time, so it works. Also, when I told him he'd be getting extra Valentine's chocolates, he got way too excited. That sounds about right. The way to a man's heart is through chocolate. I swear he was already thinking about what kinds of chocolates he might get. That's the spirit. So I guess we're in. Yay! I'll sort out the details and send a message later. Sounds good. Thanks for organizing this. Looking forward to it. Hey, thanks again for today. No, thank you. We totally invaded your house, but we had such a great time. My husband and daughter are still grinning from all the chocolate they got, me included. We were just talking about how much fun it was on the way home. Especially your husband, right? I bet he was the happiest one of all. Oh, totally. He was trying to play it cool, but I could tell he was thrilled. Back when he was single, he used to get a fair amount of chocolates every year, even if a lot of them were just obligation chocolates. But after we got married, people stopped giving him any. Makes sense. Probably out of respect for you. Yeah, exactly. It's not like he complained or anything, but, I think part of him did miss that little tradition. So when he walked out of your house today with a handful of chocolates, he looked way too pleased with himself. That's so cute. I mean, I get it. It's nice to be appreciated even in a small way. Yeah, he was even teasing me, like, looks like I've still got it, huh? Oh wow, full confidence mode. Right? I just rolled my eyes at him, but honestly, it was kind of funny seeing him that happy. Well, can't blame him. Your husband is tall, good-looking, I totally got the "this guy was probably popular" vibe when I first met him. Oh, stop. But thanks. I'm just saying, if we did a "who got the most chocolates" count, I feel like he might have won. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll let him have his moment. He deserves it. Anyway, I'm really glad you guys could come. It wouldn't have been the same without you. Aw, thanks. And yeah, same here. The chocolate fondue was a huge hit, by the way. None of us have ever done it before, so it was a fun first-time experience for the whole family. Right? There's something so satisfying about dipping fruit and marshmallows into a huge pot of melted chocolate. I don't know why we don't do it more often. Seriously, my daughter was so into it. She was already asking me if we could get our own fondue set on the way home. Looks like I've started something. You really have. Anyway, thanks again for hosting. Of course, let's do it again sometime. Definitely. All right, see you at the preschool drop-off. Yep, sleep well. You too. Good night. Raquel, do you have a minute? What is it? So, about the Valentine's chocolates. Yeah, is something wrong with them? Did you not like them or something? Oh, no, it's not that. It's just the chocolate muffin you gave me. Was it, by any chance, from that fancy chocolate shop near the station? You know, the one with all those limited edition chocolates and exclusive items? Huh? Wait, was that mixed in with the rest? I didn't even think to check where it came from. Yeah, it's just that my husband, he got one of those muffins. The packaging was exactly the same as the shop's. Oh, maybe I messed up and mixed things up? I was actually planning to give that particular muffin to my husband, but maybe I put it in the wrong bag by mistake. I didn't realize it ended up with you. Is that so? Oh, but don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad. No need to return it or anything like that. I gave it to you as a gift, so please tell him to enjoy it on my behalf. I'd be happy if he liked it. Yeah, okay. But there's something else. See, there was also a message card that came with it. It said, "I love you. If you feel the same way, send me a message." Now, what's that supposed to mean? Wait, what? So you're saying you did know about it? How do you even know about the message card? Well, I didn't want to bring it up and seem rude since you were the one who gave it to me, but my husband, he likes chocolate, but he's not really a fan of muffins. So I figured my daughter and I would just eat it instead, but when we opened it, there was that card. I'm pretty sure you didn't mean to send a message like that to us, right? Oh, wait. Maybe it was meant for my husband. I'm starting to think I mixed it up. The wrong muffin went to the wrong person. I was probably so rushed that I made a mistake. So it's an honest mistake then? Yeah, I think so. But see, there's a problem. If that muffin was meant for your husband, then what's the deal with the "I love you" message in the part where you ask him to reply? That's not exactly something you would send to someone who's already married, is it? Well, I'm not trying to be rude, but if you're already married, you wouldn't need to say something like that to anyone. You've crossed that line a long time ago, haven't you? So wait, you're accusing me of something? Are you saying that I'm cheating on my husband with yours or something? No, of course not. I'm not accusing you of that at all. Oh, thank goodness. You really scared me for a second. You were trying to seduce him, weren't you? Huh? What? Why would you say something like that? I didn't seduce anyone. Sure, your husband's good looking, but that doesn't mean I'm trying to pull something behind anyone's back. Please don't make this into something it isn't. Riley's dad and Kelsey's dad? Wait, what? I know this is hard to believe, but we've confirmed this already. Wait, what do you mean confirmed it? Well, while I was sitting there thinking about what was going on with this whole chocolate muffin thing, I got a call from Kelsey's mom. She was wondering about the same message, so I talked to Riley's mom, and guess what? Turns out all three of the dads who came to your little Valentine's party yesterday got the exact same message with their chocolates. No way. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but that's why I'm asking. Do you have an explanation for this? You invited us to your house and you called it a Valentine's party. But really, it was an excuse to give your love chocolates to other people's husbands. Do you think that's okay? You're seriously going there? You're making me sound like some kind of villain. Just because I gave some chocolates doesn't mean anything is going on. I'm not saying you're a villain, but look, depending on your explanation, things are not going to end well for you. Are you seriously saying everyone is ganging up on me? All I did was give chocolates. If you have a legitimate reason, then fine, explain it, but this isn't something a married woman with children should be doing. You know that, right? Love is freedom. I believe in following your heart and doing what feels right. That kind of excuse works if you're single. You can't say things like that when you're married. If you were just some random single person, I might understand, but not now. I'm being honest with you. My husband saw that message card and he was disgusted. He's completely turned off by it. Wait, what? Are you saying that he didn't like my confession? Are you for real? Of course not. If he had any sense, he would be creeped out by a married woman giving him love notes. But just a little bit isn't bad, right? Are you serious? Do you even know what the other parents are calling your husbands at the kindergarten? They call them the handsome dad trio. What? Yeah, it's ridiculous, but true. They're all good-looking guys, and honestly, you got lucky landing one of them. So now, after everything, you think it's okay to ask for a turn with them? You really think that's fair? No, this isn't about fairness. It's about wanting a little taste, just one time. You've completely lost it. You can't be serious. You don't get to borrow someone's husband for a day just because they're attractive. That's not how it works. What's the problem? Is it really that hard to share a little bit of happiness? Excuse me? That's not how relationships work. You can't just take whatever you want because you're feeling entitled. Well, you know what? Your husband is a nice guy. He's a good father. He's everything a woman could want. Oh, really? Well, if you think so highly of him, why don't you just take him? I'm sure you'll be much happier with him than I am. What? Yeah, go ahead and take him. I mean, he's not getting any younger, and my mother-in-law is the worst, so feel free to trade. No way, I'm not swapping my husband with yours. You're just being stubborn. You can't take a little joke. No, this isn't funny. You're out of line. You need to stop with this nonsense before it gets worse. And by the way, did you even realize that Riley's dad is inside your house right now? Wait, what? Yeah, I'm serious. He's inside. Looks like he took you up on your invitation. No, that's not possible. I guess he's a little too excited about your message. He came right over to your place. You probably told him to come over, but now it seems like you've changed your mind, huh? Wait, what? Let me explain it clearly. He got the message from you, he opened the chocolate last night, he saw the card, and instead of being confused or uncomfortable, he decided to send you a message. He must have gotten so excited about it that he forgot to throw the message card away. And guess who found it? Riley's mom. She found the card and she was kind enough to give me and Kelsey's mom a heads up. This can't be happening. Did you really think you could get away with this? Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? What kind of man would turn me down? I'm me. I've been the center of attention before, and I can make anything happen if I want it. Oh, really? You really want to go there? You're in your 30s now. Holding on to past glory is embarrassing. You don't understand. And Riley's dad, he's already pulling away. He looks so disgusted you wouldn't believe it. What? Oh, and Kelsey's dad, he's not much better. But honestly, he's just as messed up as the rest of them. He was the only one who didn't immediately shut you down. But I guess that's just how some guys are. Wait, so where is my husband? He's here too. What? We got in touch with him. He left work early to come here. No way. Oh yes, don't worry, he'll be here soon enough. And when he does, you're going to have a lot of explaining to do. No, this is a lie. You're all lying! Do you really think this is just going to go away? This ends now, one way or another. Are you ready for that? Let's have a little chat, shall we? Raquel, under the guise of hosting a Valentine's party, set out to seduce 3 married men. Her plan seemed to be carefully crafted, and it wasn't just a casual invitation. She'd clearly put a lot of thought into it, believing she could manipulate the situation in her favor. The men in question, 3 married individuals, were unsuspecting. They had no idea what she was planning when they accepted the invitation to the party. Unfortunately for Raquel, her plan wasn't entirely successful. Only Kelsey's father ended up succumbing to her advances. The others, despite her best efforts, resisted her attempts to entice them. It was a strange situation, one where the dynamics of a simple social gathering quickly took a turn for the worse. What was intended to be a lighthearted evening of celebration ended up becoming the backdrop to a deeply unsettling scenario. As things escalated, the children, including Kelsey, were hastily sent off to stay with Kelsey's maternal grandparents. It was an abrupt decision, one made with the sort of urgency that suggested something far more serious was unfolding. Kelsey's parents, both of them, were completely unaware of Raquel's true intentions. Their trust in her was shattered in an instant when they arrived at Raquel's house. The scene that awaited them upon their arrival was far worse than they could have imagined. As they stormed into the house, what they found was nothing short of disturbing. Two half-naked figures were scrambling in a panic on the bed, caught completely off guard by their intrusion. The entire situation was a chaotic mess, one that made it clear that things had gone far beyond a simple party. The shock and anger that must have surged through Kelsey's father in that moment were palpable. Without wasting any time, the couple confronted Raquel and Kelsey's father, and the consequences quickly became clear. Raquel's actions had led to irreparable damage to both her marriage and her family. It didn't take long for the truth to sink in, and the fallout was inevitable. To put it bluntly, Raquel's marriage ended in divorce. It wasn't just an emotional or personal decision, but a legal one. The marriage had been broken beyond repair, and Raquel, despite her attempts to justify her actions, was unable to salvage anything from the wreckage. The custody of their child was awarded to Kelsey's father, a decision that seemed to be a direct consequence of Raquel's behavior. She had proven herself to be untrustworthy, and her actions made it clear that she could not provide the stable and secure environment Kelsey needed. Meanwhile, Kelsey's mother and father chose to separate, at least temporarily. They needed time to process everything, and the strain caused by this betrayal made it difficult for them to remain together. The emotional damage was too deep for them to continue their relationship as if nothing had happened. This wasn't something that could be swept under the rug or forgiven easily. Their separation was, in many ways, the only viable option at that moment. As for the details of the divorce settlement, such as alimony, child support, or any financial compensation, those were things that remained private. It wasn't something that could be easily discussed, given the sensitive nature of the situation. However, what we did learn about Raquel after the divorce was sobering. She had been a stay-at-home wife for years, relying on her husband to support the family financially. Her life, it seemed, had been built on this arrangement, and now, with everything crumbling around her, she had little to fall back on. Raquel's search for employment after the divorce was not easy. Finding a job when you've spent years out of the workforce is never simple, and Raquel found herself struggling to secure any meaningful work. She didn't have the experience or qualifications to land a position that could support her. The job market was far less forgiving than she had anticipated. It wasn't that she wasn't trying, she just couldn't catch a break. With no career prospects and little financial stability, Raquel soon found herself unable to keep up with the cost of living. Her parents, who had always been there for her in some capacity, became increasingly frustrated with her. They had always supported her decisions until this betrayal. They had a hard time understanding how she could go down such a reckless path, and with that, the relationship between Raquel and her parents began to strain. It didn't take long for her to move into a small, rundown apartment. This wasn't a place where anyone would want to live. The conditions were poor, and the apartment was nothing like the home she had once shared with her husband. It was a far cry from the life of luxury she had enjoyed during her marriage. Instead, Raquel now found herself living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet. In an attempt to pay off her mounting debts, Raquel took on multiple jobs. She worked long hours doing whatever she could keep herself afloat. But the money she earned was barely enough to cover her rent and the most basic of expenses. The reality of her situation was grim, and the comfort of her former life seemed like a distant memory. Despite the challenges she faced, Raquel was determined to rebuild her life. However, her efforts were often futile. The emotional toll of the divorce and her subsequent struggles weighed heavily on her. There were days when it seemed like the weight of everything was too much to bear. She had lost her marriage, her child's custody, and the lifestyle she had once known. Now she had to start over from scratch, with nothing but the clothes on her back and a deep sense of regret. Occasionally, I would see Raquel walking through town. She was no longer the confident, glamorous woman she once was. The weight of her situation was evident in her expression, posture, and the way she carried herself. It was clear she was doing everything she could to avoid being seen. She would often duck into stores or cross the street if she spotted someone she knew. The shame was too much for her to face. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.